Alrighty, let me just make sure my screens are working. Good, okay. What is going on? I guess I should start on the screen anyway. Do I have my mic on? Give me a second. Alright, so we got NBA recaps now. I am just settled into my dorm room, of course. I lived here last semester, but I didn't want to bring a bunch of decorations, so I'm kind of sorry if it looks like shit. But we're here to talk about the NBA action. I do believe it is the 11th of January. We are already a week and a half, more than a week and a half really, into the new year. And kind of throughout the night, obviously today was very much a playoff day for the NFL. So I was focusing a lot on those games, as I will be focusing on the primetime game tomorrow. I'm really excited to see CJ Stroud versus Rodgers. But we have some games to still talk about. Don't think I forgot about them damn ball knowers, you know. I'm working on a Captain America video, by the way, so that video could potentially come out later tonight. I'll probably be up for the next, 2 hours or so. I gotta kind of close that out, work on the shorts, kind of promote the shit out of it. It's gonna be a late night upload, and tomorrow I'll probably start watching Thunderbolts, in between the game and stuff. Let's get into it. I need to move my mouse. Okay, I cleared my desk. We're looking splendid. Let's get to the NBA. Just kind of talking about these games. I guess how many games? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's 4 games to talk about. Let's first start. Well, 5. There's 5 games. I don't want to start with that game first. We can start by talking about the Nets and the Grizzlies, because who gives a fuck. But Cedric Howard hits 2 late threes. He helps the Grizzlies beat the Nets by 5 points. Crazy scoring night for Cedric Howard, one of the best rookies in the NBA, and he was very clutch, holding them off, getting a big win. Again, just trying to trickle their way back to that 500. They've never been there, I guess, so why would I say back? I don't know. Crazy stuff for Cedric Howard. Obviously, Cam Thomas is a tough offensive guy to go against, but they got so many young guys. Jalen Wells can get to the rim. Danny Wolf is really good. I don't know what the hell this Nets team is. This is one of the worst basketball teams I've ever seen in my life. I'm not going to put my headphones on because I'm using them to edit my other video. So we're just going to kind of sit here in silence and I'll react. So apparently the 49ers stadium is right by a power plant. I'm not sure why the hell they did that. Despite being at school, this is going to be kind of your guys' daily supplemental content. I will have an A$AP Rocky reaction to Helicopter coming out probably on Tuesday. I know the song's probably out tonight, but we'll drop it on Tuesday to kind of lead up to the album coming out. No way. What the fuck? There's no way you made that shit. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna get this Captain America video done, and if I have time for the rest of the night, I'm probably just gonna chill, play some Madden, and probably grind some shit out on there. Is that not interference? That was kind of weird. Tyrese Martin feeling himself. What the fuck is going on with him? Damn. Oh my god, Cedric Howard. He's a star, man. Big time shots. Is Ja even at the game? I guess he's in the back there. He does not want to be there. Guys, get rid of him. I mean, shit. You can win without him. I mean, maybe not a championship, but you can start to kind of build confidence in your younger guys. I don't know. And I don't know what it is about the Nets. They always make games close despite being absolutely terrible. But you get a 17-point performance for Noah Clowney. Really just struggled shooting overall. I mean, obviously he's a really good rebounder. He's a really good on-ball defender. And Danny Wolf had 11 points, struggled inside. But, I mean, at least he shot 40% from 3 and had a double-double. And he's also a really good on-ball defender. I just don't know what's going on here. 11 points off the bench for Jalen Wilson. He shot 67-60 splits. 13 rebounds for Dameron Sharp is cool. He's a really good defender. Okay. 17 points for Tyrese Martin. Again, that's the guy that was really feeling himself this game. 75% shooting, really good on-ball defense. he had a good game. He was one of the more efficient players. But like Nick Claxton, Terrence Mann, Igor Demon, these guys were just, especially like an Igor Demon, because he didn't bring anything to the table. Because at least with Claxton, he was solid at facilitating, he was solid at protecting the rim, and at least with Terrence Mann, he was efficient. But Igor Demon, I guess he was a good three-point shooter, but like, I don't know. I mean, you have a lot of options on the bench, a lot of them, man. Like, even just besides who we just talked about, I talked about Darren Sharper a little bit. Even Cam Thomas is on the bench. I don't know. They have issues. I don't know if they're intending to win, if they're tanking. Maybe they don't care. You look at the Grizzlies, you get a 14-point performance for Jaren Jackson Jr. Good rebounding, good at the rim defense like he does every time. 21 points for Cedric Howard, 50% from three. He was big time out there this game. He was hustling on the glass. You get a 16-point game for Jock Londale, who shot 67% from three. Really one of the more efficient players they have on this team. Really good rebounder, really good defender. 12 and 13 for Cam Spencer off of 33% three-point shooting. Very deep team. 15 points for Santi Aldama off the bench, shooting 70-50 splits, rebounding the ball, playing at the rim. You get a 14-point performance for KCP, the veteran presence on this team, shooting 40% from three. So it's very echoey in here, by the way, so I apologize for that. Yeah, we're going to get into the San Antonio game last. Let's get into this crazy OT game against the Sixers and the Raptors. These are teams I'm starting to talk about a lot on the channel. Scotty Barnes hits a tie-breaking free throw in the final second of overtime. That seems kind of anticlimactic on how to win a game, but Raptors beat the Sixers by a point. And again, I did tweet that I'm not going to work on my NFL recap until after tomorrow's game, after I get all that recorded, all that stuff, because there's really no point. I have other stuff to work on as well. And I kind of want to give myself a break from just straight editing on CapCut. Scotty Barnes, crazy, 0.8 seconds remaining. They get the victory. This is the first of back-to-back meetings between teams that are kind of injured right now, but nonetheless still two really good teams. Home for the Raptors, away for the Sixers. It doesn't matter. They're good, you know. Jamal Sheed was great, huge bucket. Shout out to the man out of Houston. I think he went to Houston. Yeah, crazy. This was just a hectic ass game, a really hyped game. I think they were at home, so that's hype. CMB, I'm not a huge fan of CMB, but he's really athletic. I got to give him credit. Time and time again, throwing it down, just being dominant inside. You love it. I'm fucking grinding today, dude. I moved into college, dude. I'm still gonna be up for another couple hours working on YouTube and like playing Madden and stuff. So it's gonna be crazy. Got some more games after this. Holly Leach, friend suggestion on Facebook. Cody Leach's wife. That's great. Here we go. I'm gonna have so many fucking snacks tonight. I'm gonna be an absolute fat ass, dude. Here, boils. What the fuck? Fucking Jamal Sheed. That was unbelievable. Low-key kind of bad defense from Paul Reed, if that's who that is. No, I don't think it was. Buck. Is that quickly? Good. Oh my god, that's a hell of a pass. That's just really good basketball for the Raptors, man. It really is. Scotty. Why did he miss it? It looked like he tried to miss it for whatever reason. Come on, Nurse, you gotta do better. I mean, the Sixers are still in a hell of a spot for, like, kind of the health of their team. It's whatever. I'd really like to, know what it's like to be an NBA player. It'd be so cool. Dominic Barlow and the Lost put up 13 points. I don't have a problem with how he played. He shot 50% from the three-point line, was grabbing boards, playing really good at the rim. Kelly Oubre had 13 points off of 50-33 splits, really good board grabbing, and he's one of the best defensive players on this team, 100%. Stealing the ball, playing on ball, getting to the rim, and you can say the same about Tyrese Maxey. These are two just massive defensive pieces for this team. And Tyrese Maxey definitely struggled shooting the ball, but and he's turned the ball over. But again, like I said with the defense, and he's also very much a dual threat point guard. He can pass the rock around. You get a 17-point game for BJ Edgecombe. The rookie's going to struggle. He's not going to be the most efficient scorer. He can still make up for it with his on-ball defense. You get a 13-point game for Quentin Grimes off the bench. He also struggled, but at least he was able to kind of hustle on the glass. And not having Embiid is really killing this team because although Andre Drummond can still grab his rebounds and do all that, he is worthless offensively. You could have played anyone over him, and they had Adem Bona, they had Quentin Grimes, but hell, you even have Jared McCain, Jabari Walker, Trenton Watford even waiting there. And Jabari Walker is a hell of a rebounder. Jared McCain is a slightly more efficient player. Like, dude, I don't know. Crazy stuff with the rotation. And I knew, like, even if Portland lost this game against New York, they were going to make the game close because they're actually a really solid home team, whereas the Knicks are a bad away team. So if you bet on the Trailblazers to somehow squeak this game out, I wouldn't have even been surprised with you. I think they came off of a 5-game win streak. So it's kind of crazy. Yeah, they end that. They get a 9-point win. Shout out to the Knicks. Pretty dope win here. The Knicks are very much contending for an NBA championship. I think so. Obviously, Jalen Brunson is the big-time scorer. He's the big-time offensive player, as he has been the entire season and ever since he's gotten on this team. Just came out of nowhere, became a star player. It's a really good game here. Obviously, Deni Avdija got hurt. Prayers up to Deni Avdija because the Trailblazers really need him if they want to complete this turnaround. Obviously, Robert Williams was coming in off the bench, and he was playing tough, but you got to go against Jalen Brunson. You got to go against Cat, who's a solid defensive player, and just a big body out there. So it's definitely not easy when you're the Trailblazers to beat a team like the New York Knicks. Damn, Flight reacted to the Patriots game. Maybe we'll take a break and then like get back on stream and like fuck around for the end of the night. But I don't want to make everything about content. I feel like it's kind of fucked up. Maybe we can get on Twitch and I can like play a rec game or two and do my daily and shit like that. I don't know. I do kind of want to keep playing Madden though. I will admit. I do have to get my PlayStation set up as well. I think it does work though. I'm not sure. I wasn't gone here long enough for it to be an issue. That was damn near a travel. It don't matter. They clamped the shit up. Mikal Bridges to Brunson. 4-3. Bang. Crazy. The Heat mascot's kind of, or the Blazers mascot, sorry, is kind of goofy. Isn't that the Heat mascot? No, wait. That's not the Miami Heat mascot down there? That's kind of strange. I didn't know the Heat mascot looked like that. Danny, show me some. And come on. Did you guys see the interview with Deni Avdija? He was talking about like going through contact and stuff. That was like, for some reason, that was so funny to me. Like, I don't know why. Damn. Who wants it more? Who wants it more? Cat does. Oh, never mind. Jesus. That's some pretty scrappy basketball right there. What the fuck, Brunson? Just trying to foul bait. Oh. You touched the ball, Hart. Josh Hart kind of pisses me off sometimes. I'm not going to lie. I'm not a big fan of Josh Hart. Like, his personality, his body language on the court, stuff like that. I'm really not a big fan of it. He's fucking annoying. He feels, like, entitled, even though the Knicks haven't won a damn thing. He does that, too. He complains to the ref. Like, yeah, you're a fucking veteran. Who gives a fuck? He talks arrogant in interviews. Dude, you haven't done a damn thing. You might have made some defensive teams. What the fuck? Just a great game for the Knicks all around, man, really. I mean, 24 points for OG Anunoby. He shot 60%. He was a board grabber. 20 and 11 for Karl Anthony Towns. 67% three-point shooting. Really good at the rim defender this game. 18 points for Josh Hart. I know I hated on him, but he shot 60% from three and was able to really pass the ball around. Was really able to play on-ball defense all game. Mikal Bridges, another great defensive player, 18 points. He was doing everything, rebounding, passing, on-ball D. Crazy. 26 points for Jalen Brunson. This team is amazing. 33% three-point shooting, passing and rebounding at a high. You know, it's awesome. You look at the Trailblazers, you get an 11-point game for Toumani Camara. Definitely struggled shooting the ball a little bit, but he was still a very valuable rebounder. You get a 25-point game for Deni Avdija. Not a great scoring night. And yes, he turns the ball over a lot, but he's also their primary ball handler. Crazy, because he's literally like the fourth guy that should get the ball. He's literally like a power forward damn near. Make up for that, I mean, he hustles on glass. He plays really good defense. What more is there to say? You get a 23-point performance for Shaden Sharp. Not the greatest three-point shooting, but overall I'd say he played pretty good. He was able to grab some rebounds and play some defense. You get a 12-point game for Robert Williams off the bench. He didn't miss a single shot. He's also they're at the rim tough defender off the bench. 21 points for Caleb Love. Not the greatest interior, but he's definitely a touted three-point shooter throughout the league, especially for rookies. Sidy Cissoko, I've had my complaints about him all year. He just doesn't really bring anything to the table as a starter on this team. And they have Caleb Love. They have a solid alternative. And we talked about Robert Williams, but hell, even Drew Holiday. Why is Drew Holiday getting 16 minutes off the bench? Like, sure, he's not the greatest interior guy. You get him catch and shoot on the outside, he's smacking threes. I don't fucking like it. I really don't. So, Sidy Cissoko playing over Drew Holiday, that's your mistake there, I'd say. Let's close out the night, though, on a strong note with the Spurs and the Timberwolves, two teams very much so that are contending for a championship as well. This was a crazy matchup. Spurs have had a tough schedule lately, but man, Anthony Edwards banks in a late go-ahead runner. The Timberwolves win by 1. This was a comeback victory. They were down by 19 points at some point in the game, and this is just what good teams are made of. I mean, obviously, both of these teams are very good. But great 3-point runner with 16.8 seconds left. I mean, Anthony Edwards is different. He's different. He's different. By the way, he is never making a shoe this fire ever again. You will never see an Anthony Edwards shoe that look this clean ever again. I promise you. Oof. I might have to crack those out at the gym tomorrow. I don't know. I have my jaws too, but let's talk about it, man. And just blowing past defenders like Wemby, playing superstar players and just still excelling at such a high level in crunch time with all the weight on your shoulders. It's great. Like, obviously, Julius Randle plays his bully ball. Dante DiVincenzo is their perimeter guy. This is just such a complete team. I could easily see them win the championship. Now, the clear favorite is the Thunder, especially because we never talk about them because they beat the shit out of everyone. But yeah, Dante DiVincenzo is actually a pretty solid three-level scorer as well. So, yeah, I guess the Thunder are in kind of their own league. Despite some of those losses to the Spurs, I really don't care. Because the Spurs are literally a whole tier below them. I don't know if the Celtics played tonight. I don't think they did. They played last night. And no. Wait. They played... I know they played the Raptors recently. Last night they lost by 1 to the Spurs, I think it was. And Jaylen Brown was like complaining about the refs and shit. So we'll have to see what the schedule looks like tomorrow as well. I knew this was going to be a great game. Definitely didn't disappoint here. Hey, look at Wemby. Wemby. Against his mentor, Rudy Gobert, just the step through. The guy's elite. They were beating the shit out of him. And then all of a sudden, it's a 4-point game with 4 minutes left. We got a ball game. Anthony Edwards is just so damn nice. Look at this shit. It just comes down to the... What do they call? 3-point runner. Okay, whatever. Let's see their last attempt. Wemby. I mean, that's just... Well, they have a chance. That is a hell of a look for De'Aaron. De'Aaron's got to hit that. I'm not going to lie. Okay. Doing an awful lot, bro. Throwing the ball. He should have damn near got a technical for that. I know that would have been kind of bullshit. He's probably going to get fined for that. I'm not going to lie. Anthony Edwards is the king of fines. He's like the swaggy. He's like the Justin Jefferson kind of the NBA. And funny enough, they both play for the same city. Or same state, at least. You look at the Spurs. Spurs played a hell of a good game. I can't really complain about him too much. 13 points out of Harrison Barnes. Sure, he struggled inside, but 50% from 3 is great. Julian Champagnie put up 14 and 10. Again, not the greatest interior guy, but these guys can shoot the damn 3-ball. Wemby, this is one of his first games of the season, honestly, in the starting lineup, where he put up 29 points. Kind of weak interior, but 33% from 3. Really good rebounding, really good on-ball defense. 12 points for De'Aaron Fox. I will say he did kind of shoot like shit, but he was able to go out there as a guard and hustle on the glass. 11 points for Stephon Castle again. a lot of turnovers, which kind of sucks because he bench minutes with 75% three-point shooting. I guess, you kind of look at things. Dylan Harper definitely struggled. He missed all 5 of his shots he took this game, but he is a rookie. And maybe Kelly Olynyk could have got some playing time or whatever, but I don't know. There's really not much you can do there. The Timberwolves just played some pretty good basketball. 15 points out of Julius Randle, really good rebounding. You get a 12-point game out of Jaden McDaniels. He's also a good rebounder, and he is, of course, like their defensive guy, and he really showed it this game, getting in passing lanes, playing tough on ball, blocking shots. You love it. Rudy Gobert, 14 rebounds despite not scoring the ball that well. You get a 19-point game for Dante DiVincenzo. Did a little bit of everything. Was a rebounder, was a passer, was a defensive guy. 23 points out of Anthony Edwards. 17 and 11 off the bench for Naz Reid. And he's also a very good on-ball defender. 10 points for Bones Highland. So kind of just clicking on all cylinders. Firing on all cylinders, I guess is what they say. But moving on to January 12th, which is the games for tomorrow. I think the Celtics are probably going to beat the Pacers by 50. I think they already did that this year. I think they're going to do it again. I think the Cavs are going to absolutely thrash the Jazz. I think Toronto and Philadelphia in a back-to-back is going to have another really good game where we potentially see Philadelphia get revenge. I think an absolute mid-off is about to take place against the Nets and Mavs. I don't even really care for that. I think the Lakers are going to take a giant dump on the Kings despite what they did to the Rockets tonight. And I think, although it's a mid-off, I think the Clippers should be able to beat the Hornets and continue kind of their upward streak towards, becoming a team to take seriously. So that is going to do it for the stream. I'm going to work on my videos